Hey y'all, it's Lindsay. It is August 1st. I have been away from the YouTube for a little while and I finally felt energized enough to come back and sort of give you a really quick update about just like a few things that have been going on in my life. I'm about to get ready to go to church. I haven't been at church for the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I can't remember exactly. And I'm really excited about that. So, first things first, my husband and we have decided that we are going to try to diversify our portfolio. We have purchased some rental property and we've been working hard at getting that sorted out. We have been doing lots of activities with our girls. They got to do swim lessons. We're about to restart swim lessons again. They did swim lessons at the beginning of summertime, and they also did this really fun program at the YMCA called Ninja Gym, kind of like an intro to gymnastics, but a little bit more along the lines of like the American Ninja Warrior, sort of like ninja line type thing. So they really had a blast doing that with friends. We got to take them out to their grandparents' house. They got to have a couple of weeks' time spent with their grandparents, which they absolutely loved every minute of it. And during that time, I actually got a breast reduction. That is something that I have been wanting for over 2 decades. We have been, well, my husband wasn't part of my life whenever I first wanted one. I was still in high school. I've always had a rather large chest, and it has caused lots of issues for me throughout the past several, well, not just several years, couple of decades. I was going to say several decades, but it's literally not been 30 years. That's ridiculous. Over the past 20 years, I've had, back issues, struggles with trying to just like, I can't run, I can't do things like that without significant pain in my chest and in my back. So I waited, my husband and I, when we did get married, we went through all of the routes to try to figure out how we could get insurance to cover the surgery. But every time we would get close and meet some of the requirements, we would wind up changing companies or moving to a different location and needing to kind of restart things. And then we started having children, and I wanted to nurse my children, and we did that. And we are now in a place where we could take the time off and get me the surgery that I desperately have wanted for 20 years to sort of normalize a little bit of my life. And so I'm still recovering. I am still healing from this. It's going to be a long process, and I'm already extremely excited about the results that I have had so far. My back is like alleviated of so much strain. It's amazing to like look down and I can actually like see my toes for the fact that my chest is no longer blockading that. I did get about half of my tissue removed, and we did go ahead and opt to have it tested. Well, we didn't opt to. The doctor I chose, they always do lab tests whenever they remove tissue to verify that there's no cancerous cells or anything of that sort. And all of that came back solid. It was great. So that is a huge relief. I know that whenever you do have a large chest, you tend to be more susceptible to breast cancer just for the fact that you have more tissue for cancer cells to find, or to, I don't know enough about cancer. Let's pause right there. I don't know enough about the cancer and the breast situation to be able to speak intelligently on it, but I do know that the more tissue you have, you are more likely to develop have tissue for the cancer to congregate in. I don't know. I just said that I don't know. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Okay. We are kickstarting our homeschool year tomorrow. We are back at it. I think we're going to be doing more of not a full-blown year-round schooling type of a situation, but we are probably going to be doing more of a 4-day-a-week schooling year this go around, and being a lot more flexible with how we do those things. Some friends of mine and my family and their families, backtrack. Friends at church, they started a homeschooling group a few years back, and last year we were part of that. And this year I'm kind of stepping up a little bit more to be more part of the planning process and the execution process. And we're really excited about that because we're doing a science and service focus for our homeschool program. And I'm really, really excited about that. The girls are excited to be able to do more learning and growing with their friends. And it's just, I feel really, really so good. Backtrack a little bit. Back in 2019, when we moved here to Ohio in October, I was not exactly thrilled about us coming back to Ohio. This is the second time we have lived in Ohio in our married life. I was not excited about it. I was just like, I had a little bit of trepidation about it. We had been in Wisconsin for 4 years by that point, and I just didn't want to go to Ohio. I was thinking that we might have gone down to Florida for my husband's work, but it turns out God brought us here to Ohio, and it has been the absolute biggest blessing in our life. The community that we have, the church that we have, the friendships we've developed, it's just been an amazing development in my personal life, in my marriage, in my life with my children, just everything. It just seems so much more satisfying, I guess would be a really good way to say that. And Jared and I were talking yesterday about it, and I just said, I would never have chosen to come back to Ohio. In fact, I didn't choose to come back to Ohio, but I really like it here. I really do. So I feel like I'm in a solid place of contentment. I'm energized. Can you tell? I don't know what kind of content my channel will have for the the near future with us settling into getting back to homeschooling. I am still healing, like I said. I don't know what that looks like, but I did want to check in with y'all, make sure you knew that I am still alive because I don't do other social media. I eradicated the Facebook from my life back in 2015. It was the best decision I ever made. I eliminated Instagram from my life back in December of this past year. The second best decision I had ever made as far as my social media presence was concerned. And the only place where I am on any kind of social media is here on YouTube. And really, I don't consider this to be social media. It's a search engine. It's a place where I can just pontificate about the things that are on my mind or that I want to share without me getting sucked into anything else. And it's a place where I feel like I don't have to be a certain way or do a certain thing. So that is where I stand. So I haven't done anything on the socials to share anything, and I wanted to let the YouTubes know, I'm still here. I'm still excited about life, and I don't even know. I have no more words to say. I do need to go get ready for church. Jared took the girls to Sunday school. He'll do Sunday school, and then he'll pop back home for me, and I will get to go to service. I felt like Sunday school plus service might have been a little bit much and a little bit ambitious for me to attack my first day back to church, especially I think I'm how many weeks am I? I want to say that I'm only about 14, 15, 16. Today is day 17 post-op. So, I'm still restricting myself to a certain degree. I'm trying not to overdo myself because the swelling can get pretty bad if I overdo activity and things around the house. I am cleared by my doctor to do a certain number of things, but I also am charged with resting and recovering because recovery is a process. And so I felt like Sunday school plus church service might have been pushing it a little bit hard. I decided that I'm so desperate to come back to my church family, and doing just service will be good. I'm so excited. Is that silly? Maybe. Do I care? No. Anyway, all right. I really appreciate you sticking around my channel for the past however long that I haven't been on. I haven't actually looked to see what date my last video was, but I appreciate you sticking around, and I hope that I can pop in whenever I have a moment or two, and I hope that I can share other things going on as far as in my kitchen what I eat in a day type stuff. This, oh, one more side note. I do this all the time. I get myself derailed, so forgive me. I have been keto this entire recovery period. I will tell you what, that has been the biggest, like, what am I trying to say here? The biggest helper in like reducing swelling. Obviously, reducing my physical like exertion helps the swelling to stay down as well, but not having those carbs has been huge for my swelling. I have been eating probably between 100 to about 120 grams of protein a day. Usually I've been eating, maybe not keto, maybe keto is the wrong word. I've been eating high protein, low carb, and lower fat. So just really using a lot of protein to help my body repair the tissues that need repairing, heal the scars that need healing. And that has been so big, so big. I'm not fasting at all. I probably eat about 2,000 no, maybe not that much. Maybe not that much when I think about it. I would have to go through and do math to figure out how many calories I'm doing a day. But I'm definitely high on the, I'm not high on the calories. I'm not sparing calories. I'm not fasting. I'm not reducing calories. I'm just hitting that protein as hard as I can for healing. And I think I can attribute a small piece of the way I feel to the fact that I have not given in to like, oh, well, I'll just have like all of these carbs because I just need something simple to eat. I need something quick. Like we have pretzels for the girls. I don't eat pretzels. So I haven't been, digging into that kind of thing. I've just really been so focused on eating protein. There is a chocolate pudding recipe. I can't remember her name, Maria something or other, for the protein sparing modified fast. It's a chocolate protein that's made out of egg whites. I made up a huge batch of that and divvied it out for myself, like little tiny snack packs. That was clutch during those first few days. Like I've been eating so much protein. Hey, Lindsay, you've eaten a lot of protein? Yes. Yes. Okay. I've reiterated myself entirely too much. So sorry. If you are new here, be blessed by the weirdness that is me. If you have stuck around for a while, I really appreciate it. If you care to be updated whenever I pop a video up here on the YouTubes, subscribe. If you want to make comments down below, I would love to hear what you got going on in your life. I'm not so good at responding to comments right now. I don't know what kind of mental blockade I've got going on there, but I will try, ? Oh my goodness. But with everything going on in my life, don't be alarmed if I don't reply. So, what are you gonna do? All right. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.